In a small town surrounded by hills, there was a boy named Ethan who went to the local school. He was just an ordinary boy like everyone else. Playing with friends, listening to birds sing, watching clouds in the sky. That was his little world. But there was one thing he really struggled with. Studying. No matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't understand his lessons. His classmates often laughed at his mistakes, and that made Ethan feel even worse. He slowly started to lose confidence in himself. One day, after school was over, Mr. Harris, the philosophy teacher, was still sitting alone in the classroom. Ethan walked up to him slowly, feeling unsure. In a soft voice, he said, "Sir, I want to talk to you about something." Mr. Harris nodded and said, "Come, sit down." "What is it?" Ethan stayed quiet for a moment and then said, "Sir, I'm really bad at studying. I can't remember anything, and I can't focus either. Honestly, I feel hopeless. If you could give me some advice." Mr. Harris smiled gently and said, "You know what, Ethan? You're not the only one. Many students go through the same thing. But if you truly want to improve, you can. I'm going to teach you 5 simple but powerful tips that will help you focus better and change the way you learn. First lesson, calm your mind," Mr. Harris said. He gave Ethan a glass bottle filled with muddy water. "What do you see here?" he asked. Ethan replied, "Dirty water, sir." "Okay, now let's leave it for a bit and watch what happens." After about an hour, the dirt settled at the bottom and the water became clear. "What about now?" asked the teacher. Ethan looked surprised and said, "The water is clear now, sir." "Exactly," Mr. Harris said. "Our mind is just like this. When it's full of stress, fear, or too many thoughts, we can't think clearly. So before you start studying, close your eyes for 5 minutes and focus only on your breathing. This will calm your mind and help you learn better. Second lesson, focus on the present," Mr. Harris continued. He placed a lit candle on the table. "Look at this flame and try to keep your focus only on it. Don't let your thoughts wander." At first, Ethan couldn't focus. He kept thinking about his friends, his fears about exams, everything. But slowly, his attention stayed only on the flame. "See," Mr. Harris said, "the past is over, and the future hasn't come yet. What we have is the present moment. So when you're studying and your mind drifts away, gently bring it back to the task. Practice this every day." Third lesson, try to understand, not just memorize, said Mr. Harris. He gave Ethan a sponge and a rock. Then he poured water on both. The sponge soaked in the water, but the water rolled off the rock. "Some students just try to memorize everything, they're like the rock," the teacher explained. "But the students who try to understand, imagine things, and learn through examples, they're like the sponge. They remember what they learn. So always try to understand, not just memorize." Fourth lesson, break learning into small parts, Mr. Harris said. He gave Ethan a big wooden block and said, "Try to break this." Ethan tried hard but couldn't break it. Then the teacher cut the block into smaller pieces. Finally, it broke. "You can't learn big topics all at once," Mr. Harris said. "Break them into small parts. Study a little each day. Take short breaks and then study again. This will stop you from getting bored and help you learn more easily." Fifth lesson, practice regularly, Mr. Harris said. He planted seeds in 2 pots. He watered one every day but didn't water the other. After a few days, the first pot had a small plant growing, but the second one stayed dry. If you give just a little time every day to your studies, you'll see results, the teacher explained. But if you study one day and skip the next 3, it won't help. Practice every day, even if it's just 20 minutes. Over the next few weeks, Ethan followed every tip Mr. Harris gave him. At first, there wasn't much change, but slowly, he noticed he could sit and study better. He began to understand the topics more easily and didn't feel scared anymore. His grades started to improve. Most importantly, he began to enjoy learning. 5 years later, Ethan became a successful person. He often remembered that the most important lessons of his life came from that day, when his philosophy teacher shared 5 simple ways to change his learning forever. And you too, if you're having trouble with studying or anything in life, take a step forward like Ethan did. Keep your mind calm. Try to understand. Practice regularly. Your small efforts will grow into big achievements one day. Your belief and hard work will become the best tools for your success. This is Words of Goodness Stories. Thanks for watching, and stay blessed.